I looked at Leprechaun in the Hood, which is the 5th film in the series. It was released in 2000, directed by Rob Swearer, which is his first Leprechaun film. It was distributed by Trimark Pictures, who have done quite a lot of horrors and slashers, about 200. It got a BBFC rating of 15 and an International Movie Database rating of 3.3. I couldn't find its budget and gross, but I was looking at other Leprechaun films, and usually around $1 or $2 million budget, and the gross varied, but they're not very profitable. So basically what happens in the first 25 minutes is there's two guys who go to steal gold from an underground cave, and they take a gold necklace off a statue of a leprechaun. That brings it to life, and the leprechaun kills one of the men and tries to kill the other guy. He manages to accidentally get the gold necklace back onto the leprechaun, which turns it into stone. He then shows 3 other people who are rappers. Their equipment breaks, they need to buy some more but don't have enough money. After failing to get money by selling a fake signed Jimi Hendrix guitar, they go to the guy who stole the gold and got away, who turns out to be a music producer. He then says they need to change the message of the music to be more negative and aggressive, but one of the rappers isn't sure, so the producer refuses to help them. They then go to steal from the producer, and they take his gold, but he walks in when they're stealing from him. So they take the gold necklace off the leprechaun and accidentally shoot the producer, and then they run away. It then moves forward a few days, where they're in a club and the producer phones someone to come down and shoot the 3 rappers. He then goes to the toilet and the leprechaun shows up, and the leprechaun breaks his finger off and goes out and uses his powers to kill some random guy. It's a really weird film, but it does kind of follow the typical representation and format of a slash film. There's 5 main characters. The leprechaun is the killer. The guy who stole from the leprechaun, called Mac Daddy, represents Scream Queen, and I think that the rappers represent the final girl. Mac Daddy's the record producer. He represents Scream Queen because although he's a middle-aged man, he's the antagonist and he's rude and doesn't help the rappers when he could. The 3 rappers represent the final girl in that they rap about positivity and wear white, but that might change later in the film because they steal from Mac Daddy, so they might get killed because of that and other things that happen later on. The leprechaun's obviously the killer, but I just don't think it works very well because you can't take him seriously. It has a few funny lines and it's unique, it's just a bit weird. It's set in the streets of LA, which is shown by the mise-en-scene. The characters that live there are shown by their clothing and the way they speak, that they're not that rich or educated there. I don't think this works great for slash films because it don't really give the sense of fear or anything like that. The music's a mix of rap and Irish music, which links in with the characters, but it doesn't really give the feel of a slasher. So I don't think the opening works well as a slasher film or any kind of film.